Let's learn to use a different type of modifier, a world space modifier, for a completely different purpose than creating geometry. We're going to use it with materials. We're going to open a new file called Chapter 3 WorldSpace01.max. From the main toolbar, click on the Select by Name tool. In the Select From Scene dialog, choose the object called Roof Hip and click OK. In the Navigation toolbar, click the Zoom Extents All Selected option. Now we're going to apply a material, a roof shingle material, to this roof. We're going to learn a little bit about materials here, but don't worry about getting into any detail right now. Let's open the material editor. We want to open what is now called the Compact Material Editor. In the main toolbar, click and hold the Material Editor button. In the flyout, choose the Compact Material Editor option. That will open the Compact Material Editor. Here we have a sample window with shingles as our first material. Click the sample window and drag and drop it on top of the roof hip object in the perspective viewport. The roof should turn gray, and the material sample will now have white triangles in each corner. To see the texture that will be applied to the roof in the viewport, click a button called Show Shaded Material in Viewport. This will show the pattern that's in the material on the roof in the viewport. Now the pattern that we see doesn't look anything like roof shingles. We want to apply roof shingles perpendicular to each of the roof surfaces, no matter which angle its surface faces. This can normally be a relatively difficult task, but we'll use the Map Scalar World Space modifier to accomplish this task quite effectively. In the Modify panel, click to open the modifier list. Here in the World Space Modifiers section, choose Map Scalar. You'll notice now that the shingles all map correctly to each section of the roof. Now we need to resize it correctly. Now, this is not something that you would be aware of at the moment. The pattern that is making up the shingles fits within a 2 foot by 2 foot area. In order to correctly scale the roof shingles, we need to enter 2 feet in the scale parameter of the Map Scalar World Space modifier. In the Scale type in 2 feet and then press Enter. Now, in order to see the results, you'll have to zoom in. Go ahead and zoom in close to this front corner, and you'll see that the roof shingles are all now the correct size for this particular map pattern. Again, right now, don't be too concerned with what the material itself is doing. Just be aware that the Map Scalar modifier is working in world space, so it ignores the local geometry and allows the texture pattern to be projected onto each face, no matter which direction the face is pointing. Save the file by pressing Ctrl+S on the keyboard.